they about to be reacting to. Shea Gillis, oh my goodness, Shea Gillis Alexander is making the NBA unwatchable. SGA, let's just say SGA. Now, honestly, say what you want to say, but it's like people always gonna have something to complain about. Because when Harden was doing the same thing, they was crying about it. Now they saying, well, Harden is washed up, but SGA is doing it. He's winning. I mean, I'm not sitting there watching no full game. This nigga shooting dinner 20 free throws a game. You know how long that game got to be to sit there and go to the charity stripe 20 times from one person? Yeah, all right. Now listen what they're talking about.
Let me ask you a question. When you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander drive to the basket and draw a foul, how does that make you feel? For a lot of people, the answer is one word: enraged. Recently, a post by Brick Center went viral, claiming Shai was flopping on every single play. This video got 6.5 million views, and the comments were brutal. The new NBA logo.
The new NBA logo is crazy. Nah, that's crazy, bro.
This is the most fraudulent MVP. And most importantly, he's too talented to be doing this. These plays were only from the first quarter alone. And at this point, the NBA cannot ignore this. SGA is about to win his second straight MVP. The Thunder.
No way they about to get SGA the MVP over Wemby. I feel like they neck and neck.
To win their second straight title. Shai is just 27 years old.
I got the Spurs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I got Spurs.
Should be the face of both a potential dynasty and the entire NBA. Instead, he's become the face of everything fans hate about basketball. Because let me hit you with another number: 57.5. That is Shai's free throw rate for the current NBA playoffs. Or
wait, what you mean? Like that's his percentage, or like he's shooting for every shot he take up, he getting fouled 50% of the time.
Of times he gets fouled on a field goal attempt. Not only is this number easily the highest among any guard in the NBA, it's also 14% higher than Shai's free throw rate last playoffs, which means the flopping is getting worse because the NBA is not just allowing it to take.
That's because it's working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. For him, at least. But it's like, what do y'all want? I'm confused.
The NBA is actively rewarding it. Right now, we are watching the Lakers lose their minds trying to play this Thunder team. Reeves is begging the refs to do something because while Shai is the poster child of the foul merchant movement, he is certainly not the only player who is being rewarded for selling calls. It's become contagious.
Right, Bron be doing it too. Oh there, buddy.
Philosophy is anybody but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is a big-time acting job by Chet Holmgren.
This was
hey, the whole Thunder team. Fuck it, just put them in the WWE. They'll make a fortune in the WWE.
Originally a foul on DeAndre Ayton, as Chet laid on the ground and pretended he had a broken jaw. But the Lakers challenged and it was overturned. Chet faced no consequences for flopping. LeBron,
man, they should face consequences. The Lakers should have got a free throw for that, bro. Ain't no way.
Self is certainly no stranger to flop allegations. We're just
that was dangerous.
Honest, but was so frustrated how the refs were calling this game that he went off.
A lot of responsibility for AJ Mitchell.
This is what happens when the league rewards flopping. Frustrations reach all-time highs, and we see even more
Why is LeBron crying about it? LeBron used to flop all the time. He still do to this day. What you crying for?
The 2025 Western Conference Finals, Shai took 14 or more free throws in 3 of the 5 games he played. Anthony Edwards already knew this was coming. In game 1 of this series, the following play took place.
You're not giving up an easy 2 in a conference final.
Gilgeous-Alexander this time draws the foul. T-Wolves upset.
Anthony Edwards is essentially the anti-Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Ant has a low foul rate. He is what some would consider an ethical hooper. But it's right here where I think we need to get real with each other. I already know that some people think this whole situation is overblown. Trust me, I've been reading the comments from every direction. And that might be
it in real time. You see it in real time.
To be fair, Shai does drive.
Nigga got flopping in the highlights. Nigga got highlights of him flopping it. Like in the actual NBA highlights. Like, what are you talking
One
about?
of the highest rates in the league. And there are guys like Luka who shot more free throws than Shea this season.
Really?
So Shea's defenders do have stats to fall back on.
That's
But
because
the
Luka a dog. He be killing and getting to it. What you mean?
What we are watching in a single basketball game does not need stats. It just needs us to see to believe. And what we see is Shea jumping into defenders to draw contact, throwing his head back as a defender bumps him 18 feet away from the basket, and smiling as he shoots free throw after free throw. The stats can say what they want, but the clips you are watching in this very video will do their own
Like,
talking.
how is that a foul if he initiated the contact? He may look like he dislocated his arm right here.
McAfee, Tyrese Halliburton was directly asked if he thought that this was ruining the game of basketball.
Nah, it's making it interesting. If you can't beat them, join them. Yeah.
His response:
There are children watching this guy. They're going to be copying him.
Stop it.
No.
It's so overblown.
Overblown.
It's a lot. Come on, guys. What do you mean? Selling is a part of the game.
Literally.
You guys flopping, selling, it's a part of
That's
basketball.
like sitting here crying. Oh, you're shooting too many threes. You're taking too many layups. Bro, people always gonna cry about something in the game. You're dunking too much. Stop dunking the ball so much. Motherfuckers gonna cry either way it go. Just hoop how you hoop, bro.
Tyrese is right.
You're dribbling too much. You're not passing the ball enough. You're passing the ball too much. People, it's a handful of people that's gonna love you. It's a handful of people that's gonna hate you. Do you? I fuck with it. I ain't gonna lie. Should he exploit the game? How is this any different from what Harden was doing on the Rockets? Please explain to me. The only difference is he's winning and he's doing it flawlessly. And he got a ring out of it. I'm confused.
The situation is being a bit overblown for Shea, not because he isn't the foul merchant that people are saying he is, but because flopping and selling has become an agreed upon part of basketball. It's very simple. If the best players in the world flop to get calls and are named MVP while doing so, the rest of the players in the league are going to do the same. If the NBA doesn't penalize players for playing like this, why wouldn't new guys come into the league and think, hey, if I can get more free throws, I'll get paid more, and so I'm going to flop more. Tyrese thought he was defending Shea in this clip. What he was really doing was telling us we need to just sit back and accept that watching flopping is now a part of basketball games.
Bro, it's been a part of the basketball game since LeBron and James Harden and whoever was doing it back then. It's only a problem because he winning while he doing it. Cry to your mama about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Or not. Because due to some unfortunate evidence I've found, I'm not positive that flopping is going anywhere anytime soon. But before we continue, I'm very excited.
For sure, yeah. Good shit.
Players DraftKings constantly in.
Damn, it's a long ad.
But let's stay real for now. Even if you do think that this is overblown, it's important that we look at what is happening around us. Way too many casual fans of basketball hate this brand of the game. They are calling the NBA unwatchable. They are saying Shea is a propped up MVP and the league is trying to make him a superstar by giving him the benefit of a whistle. You might be a diehard.
Nah, but he's doing a good job selling the way he's selling. He's exploiting the game. He's exploiting the rules. What's the problem here? Y'all mad because y'all not doing it? Go exploit the rules too. Go exploit the rules. If you got something to say about it, go exploit the rules.
Man who thinks there is nothing wrong with this. But I will bet that you have a lot of friends who
Bro, I
watch
should
the
be the last nigga crying about a foul. Bro, what?
Casually, who will say that they turn off games the second that they see flopping take place. And honestly, most of us don't want to watch a basketball game where players are driving to the basket with a hope to get fouled.
Yeah, I'm not watching the full game of this shit, bro. You know how many commercials you're gonna watch? You know how long that game gonna take? It's gonna take like 3 hours to end, bro. 3 hours in this, what is it, like 12 or 15 minute quarter? I think it's 12-minute quarters. Yeah, no, I'm
actually
not doing
make a basket. But due to the fact that stars such as Tyrese Halliburton are benefiting from these calls themselves, most of them aren't going to come out and call out Shea, which is actually unfortunate for a completely separate reason. Let's think on this for a second. In a vacuum, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is actually who we should love as a basketball player. He was just the 35th player in his high school class, defied the odds, became the 11th player taken in the draft, then made an unexpected launch into superstardom. He's the kind of underdog story that made MVPs such as Giannis and Jokic.
Literally, people just love to hate. Tying this into the Kai Cenat situation, people should love the fact that Kai is doing what he's doing and he has accomplished what he's accomplished. But people just love to hate, and people that just love to hate, they just gonna hop on the hate train because they ain't got nothing else to do in life.
He is also undoubtedly one of the hardest workers in the league, something we all value, and he plays for a small market team. If Shea had the playstyle of Anthony Edwards, would we love him like he was Kobe Bryant? He won a title for the Thunder when Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook couldn't. He should be a generational fan favorite, but because of the flopping, because of the selling calls, a lot of fans do not appreciate Shea's style of play. They don't care that he is an automatic mid-range jumper, that in the clutch he's one of the most dependable players in the league. They just see him sell a call and say, I'm out.
He damn near is about to get most clutch player of
you,
the year. Who more clutch than him? Who's a good clutch player? Curry, but Curry missed like the third quarter of the season because he was injured. He came back a little at the end. No, he missed the whole second half of the season, I ain't gonna lie.
Other question. Do you think the NBA can fix this? Doesn't it feel like it would be as simple as just awarding technical fouls for flopping as well as giving out fines? Wouldn't that pretty much instantly solve the league's problem here? All it would take was watching Shai Gilgeous-Alexander getting thrown out of an NBA basketball game for flopping on national television, and suddenly he and every other star would not want to flop due to the fact that they just got exposed. That sounds like it would make sense, but here's the thing. The NBA has already tried to stop flopping all the way back in the 2013 season, or at least they put in a rule that would make the fans happy. Because before the 2013 season, the league made it official. They were going to
these niggas really doing wrestling, bro.
Players for flops, saying that after the first violation they would give a warning, and then increasing fines would come after that, and after a sixth violation the possibility for a suspension would come into play. Many people have completely forgotten the NBA. The possibility for a suspension would come into play. Many people have
Damn, him look like he's Superman.
Forgotten the NBA did this because the league itself almost never enforced their own rules. Marcus Smart was pretty much the only guy.
Oh my God, what the fuck? What happened here?
Almost never enforced their own rules. Marcus Smart, pretty much the only guy who was fined for flopping. He was fined $5,000 on this play.
Kicking it. Crowder? No. And Smart went flying underneath the hoop. Remember, he bruised his ribs in game 2, landed hard there.
And after this fine, it seemed like the rule just disappeared. Only, get this, in 2024, the league also approved technical fouls for flopping. This rule exists right now. It is currently in the rule book. The NBA just chooses not to use it or enforce it at all. Let's think back to Chet flopping
you
on
don't see nobody getting. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. I didn't know you can get a tech for flopping. What?
The NBA reviewed that play, overturned the call, but then did not.
He should have got a tech. He definitely should have got a tech.
Technical, even though the only way they
do
could
that shit again. You're getting out the game, Chet. Yep.
Turn that call was by admitting that Chet had flopped. So what is the NBA's explanation here? Well, to me, it feels like the league has no real reason why they shouldn't enforce their rules, as the fan complaints continue to pile up. But I do have a theory why they are not acting, because they've fixed situations like this before. Back in the 2010 season, Kevin Durant had perfected a cheat code in basketball, the rip through. He realized that if a defender put his hands too close to him, KD could immediately throw up a shot, and he would also force a shooting foul.
Let me see. Me sitting here thinking that James Harden pioneered this flopping shit. Nigga, it's KD, man. Nigga, it's KD. What? I ain't even think. I ain't never seen this. What?
Almost every time. In the 2010 season and before that, this play was called a shooting foul, and KD led the entire league in free throw attempts. Sounds similar, but then people were and KD led the entire league in free throw attempts.
Yeah, I bet.
Sounds similar, but then people were fed up watching fake basketball like this, because while KD technically wasn't breaking any rules, he wasn't actually trying to shoot a basketball. He was just trying to get to the free throw line. So the NBA ended up making this a non-shooting foul. And then guys like Joel Embiid and Chris Paul still abused it, because you could still use it to draw fouls on players in general, or
y'all sitting here crying about SGA.
throw line if the other team was in the bonus, and because refs are inconsistent, sometimes they would call it a shooting foul anyway. But the NBA went further. In 2024, they said it was a non-basketball move, and sometimes no foul would be called at all, so sometimes a player would just turn it over. Now we do see a lot less rip-throughs, proof that if you enforce the rules, things will work, but also proof that if you don't hammer down on a rule completely, like the flopping rules they apparently put into place, nothing is going to actually change. The proof of change came with James Harden. From 2015 to 2020, Harden led the NBA in free throw attempts every single season. Was he a superstar scorer in general? Yes. Was he also manipulating how basketball was played? Yes. In a single season, Harden drew 124 fouls on three-point attempts alone. A lot of us hated the way refs were handling how James Harden played, and the NBA responded to this backlash. Most notably, the rule that has stuck is that you cannot kick out your leg on a shot so that a defender accidentally trips you. The Harden rules in general leg backlash. Most notably, the rule that has
Harden in his prime. Yes, sir.
Is that you cannot kick out your leg on a shot so that a defender accidentally trips you. The Harden rules in general were supposed to be essentially you cannot make fake contact on shots to draw fouls, aka you're not supposed to purposely be able to jump into a defender if he attempts to block your shot. You have to have
nigga, you got, bro, we have the best cameras in whatever era. Maybe this would have worked in the 70s. Nigga, that was what, 2016, 2017, boy. You tripping.
A natural shooting motion there. But we've recently seen Shea and others jump into defenders and draw fouls. Again, if the NBA is not absurdly strict on their rule changes, they don't work. But you would think with flopping, the NBA would just fully do something about this. Even if you are on the camp that this is overblown, I don't think you like flopping. I don't think any of us like flopping.
Nah, but so it is what it is. I seen it with James Harden. He was killing. We seen it with Chet. What is a step above killing? He's massacring. You know what I'm saying? He's doing it flawlessly. Say what you want to say, bro. I stand on what I said.
It's the same reason why they've never enforced the flopping rules they've already created. The players get legitimately embarrassed for getting called out for flopping. It's really that simple. Even though making a push to stop flopping would make a lot of casual basketball fans and diehard fans very happy, the NBA currently has chosen to not anger their own stars. If a guy like Shea were thrown out of a game for flopping, it would negatively affect his basketball brand, and the league would hear it from his agents, from his sponsors, from possibly the Players Association. All of those things, unfortunately, are affecting the NBA will not put this rule change in place. Because any sort of logic tells us the league should...
No, this entertainment. This nigga's got a flop compilation of SGA.
Flopping to a much larger degree. For this video, I did my homework. I looked at Reddit threads. I looked at X, Instagram, wherever you could look at fan reactions. I was there and I was seeing way too many people say that the current NBA product is unwatchable. And with the NBA Finals right around the corner, we are going to see...
Let me drop a couple bands to sit on the floor to watch floor seats, and I'm watching this all game. I want a refund. I don't want to see this shit. But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is, bro, he's exploiting the game. The refs aren't enforcing the rules, so you have nobody to blame but the refs because they have the whistle at the end of the day. Get that nigga a tech.
New level of scrutiny. The most watched basketball event of the year is going to have some casual fans tuning in for the first time since last June. It's the league's biggest opportunity to draw in new fans. And those people might very well see the back-to-back MVP jumping into defenders, and they're going to see the whistle getting blown, and they're going to see that man getting free throws. Then they will turn off their TVs. The NBA has a flopping rule in place it refuses to enforce, but they did change the rules for James Harden. The playbook for success for them is there. The only question is, how loud do we have to be until the league listens? So there we have it.
That's what, all I'm saying is, bro, call that tech, bro. I can't get mad at nobody but the refs, because the refs is calling the whistle and calling the wrong call. They supposed to call a tech. They supposed to call a flag. Is it a flagrant? No, it's just a tech. They supposed to call a tech. They're giving him a foul, and they see he's obviously flopping. But no, I said what I said, and y'all heard what I said. And I'm going to catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.